Oh, check this out. What do we have here? This is a Jinhao X750 fountain pen. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, don't you already have a fountain pen that's made by Jinhao? Well, yes, as a matter of fact, I do. Unfortunately, the nib clogged up, and when I tried to fix it, I ended up breaking the nib. So, unfortunately, it's too late for the other pen. But this is a Jinhao fountain pen, an X750. As you can see, no ink in there yet. Unfortunately, my Lamy Safari broke in half here. I'm planning on going up to Pen Lovers Paradise to get a new replacement for that, because as you can see, it has been rendered unusable. Might just go ahead and get the All-Star, the aluminum version. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and use the Neuters Blue Black. And this is the real cheap paper. This isn't the Mead paper. So it will probably bleed just a little bit. Oh, wait a minute. I jacked that up. Hold on. Go ahead and wipe that off. Excess ink off the nib. It's not a perfect amount of ink, but it's close enough for government work. Notice I didn't really get a lot of ink on my hands. I think I'm getting better at this. Let's go ahead and post the pen and we'll see how she writes. I got a little bit of ink on the barrel there, but that's okay. Anyway, here we go. How about that? You know, I think I may have had a faulty one before, because as you can see, this one does not bleed at all. I mean, there's not a lot of feathering with it like the other one, and this is really nice. Oh, I forgot to wipe some of the ink off there. Excuse me just a minute. Or wipe that off before it gets any worse. Okay, I did get some ink on my hands, so I lied. Anyway. Wow. Let's see. Yeah, look. A little bit of bleeding. I mean, especially right there, but look there. Not bad at all. Not nearly as bad as the other one. I think I might have had a faulty pen before, if you ask me. Let that dry a minute. Very impressed. As you can see, I've got a lot on my fingers right now. I really need to get better at really need to wipe the grip off there. I love that milky white color that the barrel has there. You can see the difference in the line width there. And also, if you wanted to write a little bit on the finer side, you could write like that, but as you can see, it's very scratchy and not smooth. But you know what's so funny though is that this pen actually, when you had the blue black, when you had the new doors, it actually looks more blue black than black, like it was with the Lamy Safari. Let's see if that bled will up. Yeah, look, not much at all. That's so weird. Maybe the converter in the other one was like a bum converter or something. And this pen uses a number 6 nib. So if this nib clogs up like the other one does and is rendered unusable, I can always go to gouletpens.com and get another one. So far I'm very impressed. This is a lot better than the Night Sky one. Maybe they improved it, because there is no bleed at all with this nib. And I'm using the Caliber notebook, and it does say 18K gold plated, but as you can see, it's not actually gold plated. I think Jinhao just excuse the jet. I think Jinhao just decided to stamp them all like that. But this is definitely a medium nib fountain pen. No doubt about it. It's really nice. I really do like that it doesn't bleed like the others, and I don't know if I just had a bad one or if maybe they improved them. That's something I might not ever know, but the good news is I got another Jinhao fountain pen and it seems improved, so there you have it. And Jinhao is a, for those of you who haven't seen my other Jinhao video, Jinhao is a Chinese manufacturer. And most pens this fancy would probably normally be about $200, probably, would be my guess. No, they only go for about $8 to $15. And that's something that really surprises a lot of people, because when they look at a pen like this, they think, "Oh, it's got to be so expensive," but it's not. It's actually a very inexpensive pen with a lot of style to it. Now, this is like I mentioned before, this is a number 6 nib. So it's if you want to replace the nib, like if you wanted to go to, like I said, gouletpens.com, you would have to get a number 6 nib or it won't work. And changing the nib on this thing is a bear, which is why I really hope that this pen won't clog up like the last one. I really think I got a bad pen, because this one is not doing the things that the other one's used to. The other one I had used to, so it's much better. And I really like the way this ink looks on this. It's actually a very it actually looks really nice. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to drain the ink out of this, and this is the Noodler's Blue Black I was using. I'm going to try the Private Reserve and see if it bleeds, because that was the ink I had that was bleeding a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and take this ink out, and I'll return shortly. So anyway, please stay tuned. Alright, so I didn't get a perfect amount of ink in here. As you can see, there's some air bubbles, but hopefully it'll still write like I hope it will. Okay, so now I've got Private Reserve Naples Blue ink in there to compare to the Noodler's Blue Black. Excuse me just a minute, I'm going to change pages right here. Alright, let's see. Nope, still no bleeding. Like I said before, I really think I got a bad pen, because this one, whoop, shoot, better wipe that off. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, we'll just try that again. And I got ink all over my hands, but that's what the dishwashing detergent is for. And I got some ink on the grip area too, so I'll go ahead and wipe that off. That's cause for concern. Just wipe that off. The ink is so pretty. I think I like the Private Reserve ink a little bit better than the Newars, but I am planning on getting a different ink to compare. This isn't going to be right away, but pretty soon I'm planning on getting. It's from Newars. It's called Ottoman's or Ottoman Azure. And it's actually a very, very comparable shade to Private Reserve Naples Blue, which is what I'm currently using in this pen. It's there's a YouTube user called FP Goodness. Look him up on YouTube, and he's using a TWSBI Diamond 540 fountain, which is not made anymore. The TWSBI replaced it with the 580. I have not tried any of TWSBI's products yet, because they're $50. And that's a lot for me right now, especially for a pen. But if I ever do, you can bet that there will be videos on it. But I am very, very impressed with the way this Jinhao is performing right now. This is the pen that I should have had. I really, really honestly think that I got a faulty pen before, because this thing is behaving. Personally, it writes just like a Lamy Safari. I know the actual pronunciation is Lamy, but I say Lamy. But it would be very interesting to see how a Lamy cartridge would perform in here, because I actually tried that with my other Jinhao, which, like I said, I broke. So it'd be interesting to see how it performs, really. But this thing's a good performer. I'm not gonna lie. It's not. It doesn't bleed or feather a whole lot like my other Jinhao did. This actually writes like a fountain pen should. And for the record, I had absolutely no idea that Mom had ordered this for me. That Lamy had broken, and I was pretty upset. I was getting, I gotta go up and I gotta get another pen, blah blah blah. And she was like, if you look over by the computer, you'll see a box or a package with a fountain pen in it. And sure enough, inside was this Jinhao X750 with the pretty the white color. I forget exactly what they call the color of this pen, but I really like it. I am actually thinking about maybe getting a new Goulet pen nib for this pen. Not right now, but at some point. And I'm actually thinking about, you're going to be very surprised to hear this, but I'm thinking about going from a medium to maybe a fine nib. Just to compare, because this is a medium nib that I'm writing with right here. At least I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, that's a medium. But they have different points available. Like I said, number 6 nib, and I just Good going there, Joe. Just messed that up. That is really pretty though. They do have number 6 nibs for, and I believe the different point sizes are, I believe there's extra fine, which doesn't really suit my taste. Then there's a fine. There's a medium, which is what I'm currently using now, except it's a Jinhao nib, not a... This is a Jinhao nib I'm using right here. This isn't a goulet pen nib, but I am thinking about switching over to a goulet pen nib for my other Jinhao, which broke. And then there's broad. And then, finally, there's a 1.1 italic. There might be a 1.5 italic too, I don't really remember. I know that Lamy offers offers these point sizes here, as well as a 1.9 italic, but that's a little bit too wide for me, for my personal taste. Medium nibs are my style. For my handwriting style, medium nibs are the way to go. I can get by with fine pretty well, but extra fine, no way. I mean, I can write with extra fine, but it just doesn't look right for my handwriting style. But this is a really nice pen. I really like it. And you do have to bear in mind that this is a Chinese pen, and it's a very well built pen, but you can't really be hard on the nib, so to speak, because I think that's partly why my other one broke. And there's a little bit of ink right there, but I'll just wipe that off. That's cool. Anyway, I'm going to stick with the Naples blue in there for a little bit, I think. But anyway, so that's the review of the the Jinhao X750. Review of the Jinhao X750. I might go ahead and go up tomorrow and get another Lamy Safari. I'm thinking maybe if I show the lady that it broke, maybe I can get one for free, or maybe discounted price possibly. I don't know, but I am still baffled at the fact that this broke, especially because, I mean, this is ABS plastic. This is the same stuff that they used to put in, well, that they still put in Legos. I know I weigh almost 200 pounds, but how that broke is absolutely beyond me, unless maybe I sat on it wrong. I have no idea, but the only thing I do know is that it broke, and I'm going through Lamy Safari withdrawal right now. So I'm thinking about going up and getting another one myself. But I have to say that this Jinhao is very comparable. Like I said before, it doesn't bleed or feather like the other one did, and I really like it. I think it's time for me to go and wash my hands. But anyway, that's my review. And hope you enjoyed it. There'll be a rail fan trip coming soon, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching.